caution. Your paradigm is about to shift at the intersection of fact and reason. You're entering Kingston Country.
I'm Dan Kingston, and you're listening to the Dan Kingston Podcast. Start with your name and what city you're from, please.
My name is Josh, and I'm from Fremont.
Do you support impeachment?
Yeah, I support the process of impeachment.
Are you aware that impeachment comes from the Latin root impecha, which can be traced back to the Kama Sutra, literal meaning to eject/ejaculate?
I had no idea that's where it came from.
Are you still in favor of impeachment?
Yeah, I'd say so.
What about impeachment right now?
Oh, we're talking about our current president, if he was to be impeached right now?
Or the Latin root?
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Would you like to impeach together?
Probably not. No, I think, sorry, I'm kind of solo impeachment kind of guy.
Now, do you support impeachment?
I do.
Are you aware that impeachment can be traced back to the Latin word impecha, which can then be traced to the Kama Sutra, meaning to eject/ejaculate?
I didn't know that, but I know what it means for our government, and I support that version.
So you're still supportive of impeachment?
I am.
What about the other version?
If that's what you're into.
Are you for impeachment right now?
Of our sitting president, yes.
What about, like, together with me? We can impeach together.
I'm married. My husband will kill you.
Which can be traced back to the Kama Sutra, literal meaning to ejaculate.
Does it really matter?
I mean, it depends. Do words matter at all?
I mean, it's only matter if you understand. Like, we both agree certain definitions of what it means, right? We don't like the president. If you don't like the president, you want him to get out of office. That's what impeachment is really about. Am I not?
Would you concede that the Democrats have essentially been self-stimulating for 2 years?
What precisely do you mean by self-stimulation?
Masturbation.
Do you think they are masturbating literally?
Are you still for impeachment?
Yeah, why not?
Are you for impeachment right now?
Yeah, why not? I feel like definitely there needs to be changes. I don't think my whole dealio is
Well, what about your impeachment?
What, my impeachment? Like,
Our impeachment together.
We can do that if you'd love to. Just pass me a crisp 10. You got it, dude.
I got a 1.
Nah, Scott's not enough for me, man. I'm a little expensive.
Are you still for impeachment?
I mean, you haven't provided me any information to...
Like, right now, if we were to impeach, like, would you support my impeachment right now, together with you? Knowing the new definition.
No, I would not like to ejaculate.
Thank you for your time today. Even for $1, I have $1.
For $1? No, it's okay. I don't want your money. What are your political views?
I'm right in the middle. I'm at the intersection of fact and reason.
Do you base it on your, like, ideals and morals, or, like, your political ideals?
I'm a pragmatist, so I believe that we need to focus on the reality we're faced with, not the reality we wish we had. That's why I reject all ideology, and I don't believe that it's a left versus right paradigm anymore. I believe it's the globalists versus the rest of us.
That makes sense.
So then you would agree that the Democrats have essentially been masturbating for 2 years?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, that seems like a waste of time, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, even Adam Carolla says, get it done and move on. If you take so much time on masturbating, you lose your whole day.
That's very true. I'm very experienced in that.
So how come the Congress can't figure this out?
I don't know.
Ashley, do you support impeachment?
Yes.
Are you aware that the word impeachment can actually be traced back to the Latin root impecha, which can then be traced to the Kama Sutra, meaning to eject/ejaculate?
I did not know that, and I think that's pretty explicit.
Are you still for impeachment?
Yeah.
What about impeachment right now?
Yeah.
What about impeachment together with me?
Yeah. You're funny. Yeah, let's go.
This is Kingston Country.
Well, thank you for calling in to the Dan Kingston Podcast today. Can I have your first name, age, and the city you're calling from?
My name is Harlow. I am from New York, and I am 18.
You're 18 years old, so why do you think so many young people support the far left as opposed to conservatism?
Oh, I can tell you because I thought that way too. like liberals and Democrats, they promise you everything, free healthcare, free this. So it's just like, but there's no like logical way to back that up, to pay for it. It's like they just tell you everything they want you to hear. And even with like social issues, they like play to the way they're like pandering to you. And then when it comes down to it, and then they're in office, nothing happens. They don't follow their word. Seeing Trump in office and what he says, he's actually following through. So it's like, I just wish people would maybe have a more open mind about, because everyone is like, they want to like, they are thinking the other way about what people would think about them. And because I know how that is, because I have Democrat parents who swear that Elizabeth Warren is going to be the next president. And so it's not only just the youth that we have to try to change. It's like, it's a really hard question, because you want people to think logically, but people think with their heart. So
well, it's true. I feel like people, especially on the left, think with their emotions first, and then try to rationalize that with facts. Everybody does this, but I feel like people on the left are especially susceptible to that. I think it's really interesting. Your parents are Democrats, so are mine, actually. And so I'm curious, what was the breakaway? Because you're relatively young to have that breakaway perspective. What was it? Was there a tipping point? And can you identify that?
I would think, because like my parents are like, they even volunteer for Elizabeth Warren's campaign, and just to hear them like the way they just talk about her policies and everything, it's so far-fetched. And
so
I would
you're
rather
rebelling against your parents. A lot of people, they inherit their political ideology of their family or their teachers or what have you. And it sounds like you've rebelled. Do you have a good relationship with your folks?
I do. Secretly, they still think I'm a fan, because like I was in 2016 a big Bernie. Like I couldn't vote or anything, but I definitely was out there trying to get like the vote out for Bernie. And now it's like,
Harlow, let me ask you, don't you think Bernie and Trump represent something similar, a similar kind of populist outrage, just a kind of anger at the establishment elite that are in charge and have sunk the damn ship?
Oh, you hit that right on the head. There's so many people that I tried to get to vote for Bernie Sanders that ended up voting for Trump, because they are going against the establishment, draining the swamp. And it's because like all these people, the Democrats, they're all like, it's a career thing. They just want money. They're not really trying to help our country. Like,
so you're
Trump
in favor
and
of term limits. Have you heard of term limits? I think that's a great way to drain the swamp.
Oh, term limits? Yes. These people, like senators and all this, they should not be in office for so many years. It's all, no, they should definitely have term limits for, we have term limits for a president. I don't see why it can't be the case for the other people.
Do you feel like your friends and family are listening to you or shaming you?
Oh, they don't even, I can't even talk. I can't rebuttal. So I just think they shame me. So that's a really hard thing, is to, they don't even want to listen.
Does that maybe represent what's happening in the country at large?
Oh, of course. It's like all these young people, they think they know better. I'm right. I was one of them. They think they know it all, and it's the hard truth. Thankfully, the whole reason, it's not only rebelling against my parents, but I fell in love with a man who is a big Trump supporter, conservative man he's only 2 years older than me, but he's really shown me the light about just another way of thinking. And I just wish more people would allow that into their lives.
So you're 18, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Your entire life then, we've had thousands of ground troops in the Middle East. Does that seem normal to you, or do you think maybe it's time to bring them home now?
Oh, 100%. We need to bring them home. We have to focus on America first. If we've been overseas for since I was born and nothing really has come about that in a positive manner, it's the same thing and a waste of money. And I feel like we could focus more on our country and our veterans and the homeless. And
what's that like growing up in a world when we have thousands of troops constantly in combat? It's an interesting way to come about. Are you aware of it? in school, do they talk about, this is why we have troops, this is why we've always had troops your whole life? I mean, or is it kind of swept under the rug?
Oh, it's so swept under the rug. If you weren't informed, you honestly wouldn't even know what's going on over there.
Wow.
Everyone lives in a bubble over here. And my parents, they want me to go to Brown, and I toured the campus, and it's so, I could just feel the liberalism there, and I feel like I would just not fit in. So I'm taking a gap year and just trying to figure out where I could pursue my education that's not going to conflict with my thinking, and I just don't want to start problems, because I like to try to inform people about the other side and just another way of thinking, and it never goes well.
Are you worried that if you go out there in public and you start supporting Trump, that one day you could get blocked out of some kind of career that you want to pursue? I mean, it has to be a worry, right?
Oh, 100%. I just recently created a Twitter, and I have my first and last name on it, but I'm not, I made it completely separate from the people that I follow in real life, because I'm scared that, if my parents found out, that I was such a Trump supporter and a and then I'm trying to actually push the conservative agenda, and I'm not just, thinking that way, I feel like they might, take action against me, and, future not politicians, employers might.
They'll be worried about your mental
that
health, Harlow. They'll go straight to concern for your mental well-being, and they'll think that you've lost it.
Oh, I can't agree more, especially since I was such a Bernie supporter, and they're probably, and because I almost slipped up the other day saying something about because they were saying how they really think Elizabeth Warren might be our next president, and I have to keep a straight face and
It'll never happen.
just kind of go along with it, because they're paying for my education next year, so I kind of have to it's weird. You have to pander to them as well, because it's
Stay under the radar. Stay under the radar. Change your name on Twitter. I would say that you got to be careful, because your career has to come first, especially at a young age, and that's important. But by the same token, we can't be afraid in this country to speak our mind and to have our opinions. And the founding fathers wanted that. If that stops being the case, that's exactly how we slip into something that becomes very, very scary. So you're doing the right thing, and I applaud you for doing that. And it's something that we all have to deal with our friends and family that have the Trump derangement syndrome, and they think we're the ones that are crazy. So do you believe in the traditional right-left paradigm, or do you think it's shifting? It's kind of interesting that you went from Bernie to Trump, and I think, like you mentioned, a lot of people also went that way. Does that represent a difference in the political paradigm?
Oh, I definitely agree with you. The left and the right, I hate the whole black and white thing, because there are people in the middle that want to express their views about the conservatism, but are more maybe liberal in their morals. And I just, maybe if there was another avenue because independents, people just get laughed at if you're an independent.
Let me ask you this. Trump's not going to be the candidate forever. Obviously, there's term limits like we talk about. Are there any bright people on the horizon that you're looking forward to seeing running in the future?
I found a few conservatives that are running for local office in
what about for president?
For president, I'm honestly, I don't want to be biased or anything, but I would love to see Ivanka Trump or even Donald Trump Jr. in office. I don't want to be everyone's making that joke about, it's going to just be Trump and his kids from now on, but they really care about our country. They're smart. They are educated. I just think that would be a good choice.
I like Ivanka. Do you think that the first woman president is going to be a Republican or a Democrat?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I feel like maybe it would be a Republican, because it would maybe change or make people or women open their minds a little more to the Republican Party.
I agree 100%. I think Ivanka could be a great candidate for that. And she's gotten criticism, though, because people say, she's moderate, or maybe she's a Democrat in disguise. And personally, I think she's more of a populist like her dad. What's your take on that criticism of her?
I mean, it goes back to the very beginning. Technically, before he ran, Trump was in the Democratic field of thinking, and he had that type of mindset. But I mean, all it takes is to like learn new things to change. You don't have to be stuck in one way of thinking forever. There's new information that changes people's mind, like happened to me. And I feel like maybe Ivanka has seen being behind the scenes that maybe the way she thought before is not the best. But you focus on America first, and I feel like her populism might be able to speak to both sides of the party in the aisle and maybe bring more of our country together. Because like she just has that aura about her that is kind of like, I don't see how people can hate her or just talk bad about her. But I mean, she cares about her family, her kids, the country. It's like everything we want as a leader. But it just might be a little weird for some people to have a woman as president. I could see that as well.
Oh, why?
Oh, because I mean, this is my family and some friends that they just think that women, if they're in office, that they would get all this criticism now taken against them. Like,
so we shouldn't have a woman president because it exposes our president to a lot of criticism just for the fact that they're a woman. We shouldn't take that because it seems like it worked out fine for Margaret Thatcher in England.
Oh, I know. And that someone in Germany, Merkel. I mean, it happens. There's women leaders. Maybe if we could just take a chance and, go for it. It's not. I don't think it would be the end of the world. I really don't think it would be.
No, it would be fine.
Different.
And we got to go once again for the best person. And the Democrats are so focused on race and gender. And one thing that's liberating to me about the Patriot movement is focusing on the content of people's character once again. Would you agree with that? That that's what we have to go back to and forget it so much about taking into account people's race and gender and how tall they are and what size shoe and everything, is factored into this when we should just be treating people based on who they are on the inside, right?
Oh, I can't agree more. That's the important stuff.
Okay, listen, Harlow, maybe your parents are going to discover this podcast. Maybe they never will. But what would you like to say to them? What are you so afraid to say, to them directly, right? Because you're afraid you're going to get shamed or they're going to all of a sudden say, nope, we're not paying for your college until you vote for Warren. Now you have an opportunity to let them understand how you feel. What would you say to them?
I would just tell them to try to have a more open mind and to put yourself in other people's shoes and just try to see, because that's what I did. I was their way of thinking. I followed their footsteps for so many years. I grew like all this thing, and then just to come out to find out that it's all like a sham in a way that you just want to focus. The bout of them, like everyone at the end of the day, just wants to be safe, have a good job, have a home, and just be able to take care of our families. And if everyone just kind of like put the drama and all the other stuff aside and focused on the real matters at hand, I feel like we could come together as a country so much more than we are right now.
Well said.
Kingston Country. You've been listening to the Dan Kingston Podcast.
Dan Kingston here. Are you fed up with the mainstream media? Do you want to support citizen journalism? The Dan Kingston Podcast is dedicated to asking questions and exploring topics the mainstream media won't touch. If you enjoy this content, would you help me give you even more for less than $1 a month? Yeah, less than $1 a month. You can help me do just that. And it's as easy as using Apple Pay or any credit card. And by the way, I'll be thanking sponsor names, your name, at the beginning of each podcast episode. So would you consider signing up for less than $1 a month? Find the link to become a sponsor in the description of this podcast episode or visit anchor.fm/Dan Kingston. Thank you in advance for supporting citizen journalism and helping me provide you with even more content. I really appreciate it.